Well, Jim, I guess the feeling today is frustration. You were seconds away from winning that one.
Yeah, I think the goal was actually scored after the 4 minutes of additional time. But we look, it's one, like I always say, it's not sometimes getting out of the game what you deserve, it's what you can take. And we could have took all 3 points when you get such a late goal. But then the way we managed the final couple of minutes was really poor. Taking corners and chipping into the keeper's hands and throwing, giving the possession away. Some of the younger players have got a little bit naive, but some of the senior players just don't seem to know how to manage the game and just see it out. But like I said, it's a hard game to reflect on because you knew you were going to be in for a difficult game. A lot of physicality across the pitch, a lot of purpose. You know, they've got Weston, Valenta and Candy all to come off the bench to keep asking questions of you. Look, I'm pleased to get a point. In circumstances, we're disappointed that they've conceded. That we conceded so late on, but credit to them because they've done enough throughout the game without playing great. They've done enough throughout the game in terms of being organised and being purposeful to get something out of the game, and that's a massive step in the right direction for us.
They probably would have felt hard done to if they'd not got a point today, but ironically after your goal you still had more chances, and it's a wonder save from their keeper as well that's prevented it going to 2-0.
Yeah, you'd back Liam to get through on goal and bury it. You know, we talked about some simple way of playing, but you know, there's lots of stuff to work today. But unfortunately, we've got some. I don't like using the word poor performances, but there's a couple of very ragged performances, tired performances by several players who've been mainstays for a long period of time, and there's nothing we can do to protect them. We lost 3 players from last weekend, so Paddy's had to come in, Connor's had to come in for Elliot, and then. Lois has had to come in for me, and just some of our lads. I'm thinking they might recover, but they don't. You know, and when you consider some of the raggedness that we showed today, we're probably quite fortunate that we didn't lose because we played a lot better than lost.
There was an incident after we scored. You were clearly angry about something that went on behind you. Do you want to just make any comment about that?
One of their fans with a pair of glasses in the second row spat at one of our staff, so it's just disgusting behaviour, but like they're really poor. I mean, you know, you'd think that you'd have well-behaved people sat in this stand on them soft seats, but you know, like I said, maybe that's the design, but the same person who designed this ground has got the tunnel at the away end. I mean, wow, incredible thinking, and then they wonder why they have problems.
Let's look at the positives on the pitch today. Debut for Lois Maynard. It was game of 2 halves in the sense that the first half was quite pretty to watch. The second half, you know, the pitch was chopping up and it was a bit more gritty. But I thought he showed in both ways, both sides of the game actually.
You know, I didn't think the game was that pretty in the first half, but there was times when we got it down and around the edge of the box, and that was a bit unfortunate with the pass for Belly, and we had other moments where we looked like we were going to cause them problems, lots of set play. So I was really pleased at half time. A little bit disappointed about the distribution of our side players in terms of overhitting things and the poor level of crosses and the poor throw-ins. But we played really well in the first half in terms of creating more chances than them, looked fairly solid. The only opportunities they really had was where we perhaps were poor, naive, allowed them to counter-attack on us. But second half, like I said, we just had to work really hard, stay in the game. I thought we struggled to get up the pitch because Melly just ran out of steam and stopped showing any intensity. And you're asking Liam to do that physical role, and the players taking the ball, taking the throw-ins, taking the free, just weren't clever enough to actually take the pressure off by throwing to feet and working different options. We kind of became almost programmed into playing the way that they wanted us to.
Yeah. Conor Di Maio, you'd recalled him for today, and he made a start. And I mean, for a guy who's not been around the place for a while, he looked very, very fresh today, didn't he?
I thought he looked. You know, it was a difficult game because it was a crowded midfield. 2 holding midfielders dropping on chair. Very hard to find a pass with 3 centre backs behind that. Just a bit with the quality of his set play, and I thought he never really got that opportunity really to show all of his craft and all of his skills. There's moments when he was on the edge of the box, and I think he was, as I said to me, probably a little bit too unselfish. When I'd like to see you do don't be thinking about keeping the ball and passing. Think about when you're under the box, making something happen, because we know he's got a goal and he's got a tremendous shot off both feet. So it was good for him. Difficult game to come straight in. It is for Lois and other players when they first come into a side. So when you're coming back after 2 or 3 months and not being involved, it's still difficult, especially the game. So it was good to have him back, and like I said, hopefully he can build on this.
You must have been pleased with the goal as well. It's been a long time coming for you, and to see that go in from Liam today was a relief, really, wasn't it? With nearly 5 games.
Yeah, but I mean, we've been saying this about. I didn't want to make. I felt I had to make the change that I did because the impact on the game was dying from the 9 and the 10. But I felt that I wanted to get Jackson on because I just felt that we could probably cause him a few more problems.
Yeah.
And the whole move really starts with, I think, Jacko getting a tremendous shot off and backing up the play. And, his end product probably in those couple of minutes was probably as good as Eddie's all game. So that started the move off. I'm really pleased for him. He's a natural goal scorer. Just disappointed for me thinking about that goal, but also the chance he had to make it 2-0. So you can see that he's got that eye for goal. We just need to find the right position for him and the right way of playing to get his talents out of him. But he's trained really hard since this week in particular, because I think we and him probably felt he needs to do more to make an impact in the team, and I think that he's had an impact today, and it's just unfortunate for him that he didn't seal what was a great 20 minutes with 2 goals.
I can hear your frustration, but lots of positive to take today, and one of them was the way the fans reacted to that performance this afternoon. 330 odd made the journey today, and what an ovation they gave you at the end there. Yeah,
no, look, it's a long way to come. I mean, and for a lot of fans who are based in London or the South, they don't get to see us maybe as often as they'd like, and us getting promoted to the National League gives them an opportunity to get to much more games than they'd like. So, and we gave them something to shout about. But that's the emotions of football. They've felt them all today. Yeah. But most importantly for us, because we do need. It's been a really difficult period for us, and I think we really need to sit down with a lot of the players now and sort of look at where we're at and what we want to achieve from this season, because we certainly don't want to, after all the work we've done to put ourselves in this position for those players, whether they're here or not next year, to go out. We want to finish the season strong, give a good account of ourselves, and yeah, we are going to get players who suffer from fatigue and they're absent or playing with fatigue, like perhaps for Festus and Keighren today. So we just need to dust ourselves down now, get into the next game and get back into a groove where we know we can deserve to win games and enjoy our football and finish the season with a bit of style and keep pushing for the top 10, keep pushing for the top 7, because regardless of what's happening in terms of the bigger picture, it's still a massive achievement, because the majority of the group at the moment are lads who are performing well above expectations for the season.
Thanks for your time. Safe journey back.
You're welcome.